What's up, guys? Coach Vassar, thank you for joining me with OTF Audio Daily Beats. As always, if you're new, appreciate you tuning in, listening to me talk about these workouts. If you find value in them, information is in the description to support me. Just buy me a coffee. If you have any feedback, let me know. We're going to break down Wednesday, August 27th, PSL. It's a 3G only template, endurance on the tread, strength on the rower, endurance on the weight floor. This is the same PSL workout we did the year prior. As always, we'll talk about the workout, the key concepts, and then break it down into more detail. So on the treadmills, we're going to work on endurance by feeling challenging in your first 90-second push and taking a full 3 minutes of active recovery in base to follow. Use your base to rest and bump up your push each time. For the rower, keep your stroke rate low in your row, press, squat, lunge with the Y bell. And on the floor, PSL in each block, press, squat, lunge. Okay. You'll need benches out, dumbbells, Y bells, med balls if you still have those. Breaking down the treadmills, we're going to see 14.5 minutes here. So for those of you doing marathon month, log in or clear out your screen at the start. You'll have a 90-second push, 3-minute base. You're going to do that a total of 3 times. Finish up with a 1-minute all out. Knowing that there's plenty of active recovery, today's a great day to kind of go a little bit more aggressive on the pushes. Power walkers, 6% or greater. Joggers and runners, as always, you can do 1 to 2 of your base, but maybe they aim for like 1.5 or more because there's 3 minutes of active recovery on the other side. Bikes and striders, same idea. At least 3, maybe try 4 gears over their base. Keep those RPMs over 60. We should see that heart rate obviously climb up about halfway through towards the last 30 seconds of it. They should be tapping into that high green, low orange or so, and it'll continue to climb for the first 30 seconds of that base before it starts to lower down and get back down to like a high green or even a low green, depending on how conservative their base may be. Okay. And then increase the push. So could they add just 0.1 more, 0.5% higher for the bikes and striders? Yes, you could do a gear, but also increase in RPMs will generate more power, so they will see a spike in their watts if they increase RPM as well. Okay? They have 3 rounds of this. It's that simple. Every round, increase push, maintain base. And then they finish up with a 1-minute all out at the very end. So power walkers, 10%, joggers and runners, 2 or more of that base speed, bikes and striders, 6 gears over base. Because it's coming off of that 3-minute base, their heart rate will probably, hopefully, be in like that green range. So for the all out, they might not hit orange until about 15 to 30 seconds in, and then they might not hit like that very uncomfortable heart rate response until like the last 10 to 15. But then what they'll notice is when they finish that 1-minute walk, or 1-minute all out, they hit their walk, heart rate will continue to climb before it starts to drop down. So they'll definitely feel breathless by the end. Okay. Now for the rowers, we're going to have 1 long block, 14.5 minutes. They're going to start off with a 300-meter push row with a stroke rate between 22 to 24 strokes per minute. That's paired up with the single leg angled press. They have 10 on each leg, so definitely pick a lighter weight choice for the Y bells. It's going to start at the chest. As they press up, it goes up at a 45, right back down. It's 20 total presses because it's 10 per leg. Next round is a 200-meter push row and then 100 meters. As we decrease the distance, we want to see their watts increase, whether that's the average or the immediate wattage per stroke. When they finish their 3 rounds with that angled press, they do it again. They're now squat to bicep curl. Now for the squat to bicep curl, they want to grab 2 of the handles on that 1 Y bell, and then they'll have the arms straight. They'll squat down, stand up, and then hit the curl. And then the last movement is the alternating forward lunge. They'll have that Y bell at the chest. The 3rd handle points down, so that way it's not smacking them in the chin. It also allows them to rest that weight and just right there. 10 forward lunges, 5 per leg. When they finish those 3 rounds, then they'll do their bonus, which is row at 22 to 24 strokes per minute until a 1-minute all out. And then that's it for the rower. Weight floor, we're going to see 2 blocks. Work and rest is the focus, and it is endurance. So more on the conservative weight choice with a 12 rep count for each movement. Lots of combinations here as well, so just be aware of that. We're gonna have the alternating shoulder press with rotation. So dumbbells are here, they're gonna rotate, press on one side, reset, come back, and then the other side. 12 total reps there. They could take the rotation out if that bothers the knee, the ankle, the lower back. But either way, it is an alternating press, one arm down and then the other side up and back down. Then they're going to go into the squat to shrug. The key thing for this one is keeping the shoulders pinched back, and then with that retraction of the scapula, can they raise up and then back down at the top of the squat. So control as they lower down, stand up tall, open up the hips, pause, and then shrug. Okay. Final movement is the alternating reverse lunge. Because the benches are out, and if they were doing reverse lunges on the rower and they just can't lunge anymore, keep it in a single leg variation. So have them do alternating step ups as an option. Okay. After each movement, they should rest. They have 6 minutes, plenty of time for at least 2 good rounds, maybe 3. But definitely encourage them to use more of a moderate weight choice than a lightweight choice, so they earn that rest on the other side. Block 2, they're going to see dumbbell chest press, sumo squat, and then goblet alternating lateral lunges. So for the chest press, as always, elbows are tucked, shoulders are packed, slight arch in that lower back is safe as long as core is engaged and they pull their belly button in, and incorporate the legs. So make sure heels are pulled back enough so they could drive their feet down into the floor to kind of glue them down and keep them stable. 2 counts down, inhale, exhale as they press up for 2 counts. Next movement is a sumo squat. They're going to twist the feet into the ground, rotating the feet out. As they lower the hips down, they're going to feel that inner thigh stretch as they come up, engagement through the lateral glutes as they stay tall. And then the final movement is the goblet alternating lateral lunge. They'll step out, come back, other side. They could do it as an alternating lateral shift, or if some people just don't have that range of motion, they could do lateral step-ups. If they're doing lateral step-ups, of course, do one side for 6, turn around, hit the other side. Their finisher is going to be their choice of not their choice, but your choice of any press, squat, or lunge from the exercise library to complete. Okay. Knowing that we have some rotation work overhead, we have some squats, we have some sumo squats, we have single leg work, we have vertical pressing, many different choices for this one. So they don't necessarily give any recommendation as far as what to use, but just be smart about the choices here. And then that's it. Simple. Yeah. Hopefully you celebrate Pumpkin Spice Latte Day with the press, squat, and lunge. And that's all I got. Any feedback, let me know. As always, appreciate you tuning in, listening to me talk, and coach it down.